Julia Tarachansky with the Real News in Tel Aviv, Jaffa. We're standing in the garden of the Gazans, once a bustling transportation center for Gaza's laborers. Earlier today, Israeli activists departed from here to the Erez crossing at the northern border of Gaza. They went to demonstrate in solidarity with the Gaza Freedom March.
And this is just a piece of it. The whole thing was to sort of put together the four key communities. The Palestinians from the occupied territories, especially Gaza, the Palestinians from inside Israel, the Israeli Jewish peace movement, and the internationals. In fact, the Egyptians, who are really collaborators with the United States, it's clear, never let the internationals in. And there are Gazans, I understand, some Gazans on the other side. I don't know how many. And we've organized here, our part of it as well. So it's not as large, it's not as coherent a statement as what we would have wanted, but nevertheless you have here those four communities that are showing that, and the idea is to be in solidarity with the Palestinians.
Meanwhile, in Egypt, hundreds of international activists were hoping to hold their long-anticipated march into Gaza. As Egypt prevented Gazans from exiting the Strip during the Israeli attack 1 year ago, now it decided to prevent the internationals from entering. As conciliation, the Egyptian government offered the activists 100 entry visas, which at first some accepted, but later collectively rejected. Earlier this week, Egypt prevented a 250-truck convoy with humanitarian aid, which is headed by British parliamentarian George Galloway, from entering as well.
شوف قضيتي لها سنين بتطوف بين وحوش ومتوقعين نلزم لغتي الهش هش ويلزم لغتي الرش يا زلمه فكني انا فلسطيني ثورتي ما بتنتهي عنا الشعب بنقتل بدم بارد ودم الحر بنحبس بحكم ظالم بعدين نسال انتوا ليه بتمارسوا ارهاب ليه بدكم السلام انتوا قولوا لي ليه سرقتوا منا الحياه. Thank you.
Could you explain what you talked about?
I'm talking about you can see my cause, how they killing me and you want me to shut up while he maintain the language of shooting. We fight for our freedom. Our prisoners are locked because of fighting for the freedom. You tell me why we don't have freedom. They say because we are terrorists. Well, I ask you why you took the life from us. So this is, very simple. I can't explain the metaphors and the ways, but it is very basic explanation.
No, I think Israel's idea is to turn the West Bank, those enclaves on the West Bank, and Gaza into a kind of a prison or a Bantustan or something like that, in which it encourages people to leave by making life so miserable for them that those that can get out, and those that can't get out are simply become inmates of open-air prisons, but because their leadership has been neutralized or killed or driven out, they're easy to control. Last year after the invasion, the United States, Saudi Arabia, Europe, all pledged billions of dollars to rebuild Gaza. Until today, Israel doesn't allow glass and cement and pasta and basic materials into Gaza. In other words, a year later, the international community has not been able to get Israel even to open the siege enough that Gaza can be rebuilt with international money. So the world is letting Israel do whatever it wants to do.
The day ended with the Israeli Palestinians at Erez crossing praying for Gaza.